I've always enjoyed older people. I'm not really sure why, but maybe it's because as people age, they often seem to be more comfortable with themselves and to appreciate the simple things in life. I remember meeting my great-great-aunt Lois when I was about 6 years old, and I thought it was just amazing that she had lived through all these changes and she could tell you about them. She lived to be about 102 years old, and she was really alert and spirited right up to the end. I think this early experience probably encouraged me to have a positive attitude toward aging and elderly people. I also spent quite a bit of time around my grandparents. My grandfather worked as a missionary doctor in South Africa for 25 years, and my grandmother was also very active there and raised 7 children. But the place I became so interested in was China. Its history fascinated me, so I studied East Asian studies as an undergraduate, and then as a graduate student in sociology, I was able to go there for the first time. In 2006, I started fieldwork for my doctoral dissertation on aging, social change, and elderly well-being in a rural area in Fujian province. I wanted to know how elderly people themselves viewed the current living conditions and future prospects at this time where there's just so much change going on in China. This experience really just reinforced my respect for these older people and their resiliency over the years. Living there also helped me to grasp how much my background and culture shape my own expectations for family and for old age, and what I think I need to be happy in life. This spring, I'm going back to China to a couple new locations more toward the coast to do a feasibility study for another project. This will be a longitudinal study of chronic disease management in later life. I'll be researching households in both rural and urban areas to see how different factors affect how well older people cope with and manage chronic illnesses like heart disease, hypertension, lung disease, arthritis. And as much as things are changing in China, most older people do still live with their families. So I'll be interviewing family members as well as the elderly people themselves and area health professionals. My goals in doing my research are both to contribute to scholarly understandings of aging in a developing society and to gain knowledge that can assist people in coping with some of the challenges of later life. That's important in China because more than 100 million people are already over age 65 there, and that number is rapidly increasing. So we need to learn what are the most effective ways to help older people and their families deal with illness and disability. And talking to people and understanding their day-to-day lives and the kind of support they most need is one of the best ways to design helpful policies and interventions.